reason you're not able to see your value is because you're too close to yourself. So when you're too close to yourself, you're not even able to see the progress that you have in your life. And when people are close to you as well, they might not see your value, you know. But when you're just yourself and you start understanding that you're someone that is also important, you start realizing that this entire time you mean something to the world or to whatever you are, even though people just look at you every time and they don't see anything about you. You have something special. You're someone that is different in your own way. It doesn't matter how many people make fun of you. You're someone that brings something new most of the places that you go to. So I've been trying to say that, like, it's based on the people that you're around. You can be someone at the highest level on yourself. You work on yourself really hard, but at the same time you can be someone that, like, you can be at the top level, that if you're around people that are not seeing what you're seeing or your vision and the level that you are in, you're just going to be in a situation where it's actually tougher for you, because even if you have the highest level, if the people around you who have lower levels, and you stay humble about it, right? They're going to make you look like someone that is not supposed to be there, or you're going to be someone that is not supposed to actually have the level that you have. So that's why you see there's a lot of people that are really good at what they do, but they are not getting the things that they are supposed to have, and it's someone else that they choose every time. It's like the idea of, like, you can be really good but the coach doesn't pick you. You can be someone that is really meant for, like, the jobs. You can be for the school. you know Everything about you is actually the thing that is required, but it's not you that they're going to pick, because a lot of people are just selecting people that are just going to be easy to work with. Even you, it's easy, like, it's so easy when you work with someone. It's so easy when you go to a school or you go to different things. It's so easy, things are working. But at the same time, a lot of people want people that are so easy to control. So you can be someone that is like, you listen to people, you just want to learn as well, but at the same time you're your own person. So it can be really threatening to the people, whoever who has, like, the upper hand in things. You can go to different places and you're going to see that it's going to be hard to select you, because the moment that you step somewhere, your energy is already an energy of someone that doesn't need help. That's why when you're in hard situations, it's really hard for other people to help you, because they think that you already have everything figured out, when you don't necessarily have everything figured out. And a lot of people know you don't have everything figured out as well, but they just choose someone else every time. It's just like you being somewhere, but you're always, like, it's always the person next to you that is always getting all the things that you want. So you have to see that and understand that sometimes it's actually about you building stuff. You know, you have been looking for someone to save you all this time, thinking that someone will appear and just save you. But this entire time is actually you who needs to save you. It's you that has to see your own value, man. For many years, you can be out there doing something with the love, with some heart. You try to do everything that you can. Like when everybody was applying for jobs, like we were all applying for jobs, everybody got jobs after school, and it was really hard for other people that just got unemployed like that for many years. And this is the situation I had for many years, being unemployed for 3 years, applying for 100 jobs and even more. But every time at the last minute, it was someone that they just selected. And we just have to see that and just appreciate, because it's just guiding you to a new path. So don't worry about this situation, and know that you're someone that is going to be in a better situation. It always happens. It always happens to be in situations like that. So just look at it and say that you are going to be in a better position. But it's important to actually see your value. It's important to know that you're going to bring something new. More people are just trying to talk about how they just got things easily. Even when I was in school, I remember people already had internships. They already have everything figured out. It was already planned. Me, when I was in school, I was like, man, I don't even want to have a job because I was already thinking that I'm going to have my business and all these things. But when you get in real life, it's totally different. It's no longer the same thing. So just observe those things, and look, you have to know that the world is based on like connections. You have to know people. You have to be more like a likable. And if you're someone, you're a likable person, but it's like for people to like you, it's a little bit harder because they just want someone that is just going, okay, I know this person knows this person, so it's going to be easy to pick you. So you have to look at this and say to yourself that things are actually way better, man. You're going to find your way, you're going to find your path, you're going to find everything that is actually required in your dreams. But at the same time, it's like if you don't know your value, the people around you will not help you because they are not able to see your value. It's like everybody is the same. How can you be different? That's why a lot of people get stuck in many situations because they have a lot of people around them that want them to stay in the same way. But we are improving as people, but put yourself around people that see your value. It's going to be really hard to find people that see your value, but put yourself around people that see your value. There's more people that are actually appreciating you, waiting for you to just show up and just start building with you. But to find those people, you have to go out there, and it's not easy. But yeah, it's the reason why people are not able to actually see your value. It's because you're someone that is like you're not showing off. Contrary to what other people are saying to you when you're not necessarily talking to everyone, they say that we are people that are stuck up or we are people that don't like talking to people. But when you really talk to people, it's a different thing. And a lot of people don't like that. And when people don't see your value, the things that they do to you when they don't see your value can be the same envy or the same hate that a lot of people are doing to people that are like they don't like, that they dislike. So what someone does to you when they hate you, it's like something that shows how they don't see your value. And most of the people, it's like they didn't see your value, so when they hated you, they're out there doing things that are out of this world. And then when they see your value, that's when they are like, oh shit. And that's why they want you to forgive them in some way, because they are not necessarily like aware of your value when you're in your normal state, right? But at the same time, when they hate you, the things that they try to do to you is like, man, you have to rebuild stuff because everything gets broken most of the situations, and it's in different aspects that a lot of people can have that, especially with women. You see a lot of women can have situations where like people hate them just because they are not necessarily going to be the people that like people pleasing, for example. Someone is out there with their friends, they're not necessarily going to say hi to everyone. They're not necessarily like, some people need their own privacy. But today, people don't care about privacy. They just judge the first time that they see someone. So, the reason why a lot of people don't see your value, it's because you're in your own corner. You don't talk to people, and people are just like having many ideas about you and saying things about you instead of actually getting to know you. You're someone that is really helpful, humble, impactful, but people are not actually able to see what you bring to the table most of the time. So look at this situation again and say, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're a nice person, people are not going to like you. If you're a bad person, people are not going to like you. But we shouldn't be bad people, right? But we have to learn how to be people that are just like strong about what we believe in, without trying to destroy anything. But that's how the world is. Like, people are not going to be able to see your value because you're someone that is just like, it looks like you're easy. Like, people look at us as people that are easy accessible, but at the same time we are not accessible. So they just create images about us, or when they are comfortable with the people that they are with, it's so easy to just go with people that don't like us and speak about us. So, or another reason why a lot of people like their value is not necessarily seen is because we are not necessarily ready, right? There are situations where like people are expecting you to be someone in the moment, but you are not. It's not now that it's not necessarily now that you're going to be in your power or in whatever people are expecting you to be. So a lot of people give up on you like before you become the person that you're supposed to be. It's like people leaving you when you have a moment of failure, people leaving you when you're no longer getting good. But then when you get to your prime or you get in a better situation, that's when you see that a lot of people start like coming back to you and trying to rekindle things. But an important thing to know is that most of the things that are broken are already broken, so you don't have to try to do too much. A relationship with someone that is natural, you're not going to overthink. You're not going to be out there like guessing and up at night trying to think about like who is the right person or not. So building your value is something that takes a lot of time. It's not something that can happen overnight, but you have to know that like more people are just going to see your value at some point. At some point, people are just going to see your value. It's going to be undeniable at some point. But in the process of you building yourself, you're going to see that a lot of people are just going to make fun of you. A lot of people are just going to team up to just make you look like someone that you're not. And at the same time, you can't defend yourself because you do like the moment you speak, you start to have problems and all this. So it's like, man, just stay in your own lane, as I always say, mind your business, do your own thing. And it's at some point like there are some people that actually see your value. Like some people actually are able to see your value and see the importance that you have. But yeah, man, the value is like how like it's the value is the most important thing for you, but a lot of people that don't see your value disrespect you. So especially if you're someone that has something different about you, you're going to see that a lot of people are going to approach you. They want to be your friend. I think that a lot of people want to be your friend because the way you see that there's a moment where a lot of people like you. Even if it is a small time, a small amount of time, you see that people like you, and then at some point they stop liking you. I don't know what is the thing that is always making people stop liking you. I've been in situation where instead of like you meet someone, you talk, you have a great like friendship with someone that you meet, the moment that you say that you're like you have a hobby or something that is different, that's when people no longer friends with you like that because you just have something different, right? And then they think it's really strange for you to have a hobby and all this thing, but they are laughing with you most of the time. So yeah, people don't see your value except when you start winning. When you start winning, you're going to see that more people are actually going to support you. But yeah, I remember how many people made fun of me and whatever things I worked on. And now they're like, you see that people are out there like saying things or watching in silence. It happens. And it might be happening with you as well with the things that you do. But you just have to know that you're as important as whoever you're out there like looking up to. You're just your own person. You're not trying to find any problems with people, but it's always going to be the same situation where nobody sees your value. And when nobody sees your value, that's when you have to be the only person that actually sees it. That's why you see a lot of people that continue no matter what happens. A lot of people continued, a lot of people said that they would never stop no matter what is going on in their life. And that's the mindset that a lot of people have. A lot of people are just like, they never gave up. Like Thomas Edison 10,000 times. 10,000 times. Like you see those artists that you see today, 10,000 hours. It's like every time people continue, they continue. So for someone like me, who is out there for many years, but imagine seeing everybody being great about around you. Everybody is great except you. So you're out there, you look at people being great, there's no problem. You're out there, you support them. But then when you become great, you see that it becomes a huge problem when you just become a little bit great, right? And this is what happens most of the time. This is what happens. And it doesn't matter how much you try to stay humble, people don't appreciate people that are humble as well. People that are arrogant, they don't like people that are arrogant. So you become humble, they don't like people that are humble as well. So no matter what you do, people are not going to appreciate you. So this happens a lot. And a lot of people don't see the value because maybe they have seen you in different places, like they know you and they're out there like, oh, you're not that special, or what is different about, it's like you see a professional athlete, it's like, what is different? But I can also run after a soccer ball, right? That's the kind of things that they're saying. But then when they actually have to play in front of like 50,000 people, they see that it's not easy. This is a professional work. Those athletes that you see, they actually work all the time, and that's why they get paid that much. That's why they get paid that much. So, like an athlete, like their career is like what, 10 years, 15 years, something like that. So, it's like it's normal that they get paid this amount of money. That's how I see it. But yes, of course, we are out there like unemployed, not having the jobs that we want to, and then people are making $50 million a year. So we just have to look at this and not be jealous or envious of the people that we see. That's the most important. That's the thing that makes us different. We are not jealous of people that make more money. But when you're around people that don't see your value, you're going to feel it. You're just going to feel that, like, even though you have a different way of thinking, maybe you have a different experience in things. If you go in an environment that has high expectations and you're new, you have to be really strong, because a lot of people are just going to knock you out of that place that you work really hard to get in. If you were able to get to a place, it actually means that you're actually good. It means that you're actually good and you had the level to get in those places. I'm always talking about that. I'm always talking about how you had the level to be in those places, but a lot of people just couldn't see that. They couldn't see your value. So at that time, you're out there dealing with a lot of things at the same time, and then you couldn't see your value because you're too close to yourself. This entire time is actually you that should have said to yourself that you're as valuable as the people that you see. If you're able to be accepted to a school, for example, it means that you have the level to be accepted to the school. There are some schools, the level of acceptance of some schools is like 1%, 10%. You get accepted to those places, it means that you belong to those places. But then, when you get to those places, you can be around people that are absolutely different than you, and you're going to feel that you no longer belong to those places. And it's absolutely normal, right? But that's why you have to have a stronger mindset and actually find people who value you there, like one or two people that really value you there, and then you're going to see that it's going to be easy. But if you stay around people that just don't value that much, they make fun of you when nobody is around, and then you're going to feel like, man, a lot of people right now, we make fun of a lot of people right now that want to give up. Like, especially at schools, there are some people that want to give up school. They want to drop out and all those things. And then if you have friends that are out there making fun of the person, is like, oh man, drop out like that, man. That's why a lot of people are failing. So if you're someone that is at a school, don't drop out, just finish. Don't just finish the school, and you have to look at this as a success story, and it can work in other aspects of life as well. Don't give up because you're easily impacted by the people around you. The moment you're around someone that is not even uplifting you a single bit, unless everybody is out there saying that now everybody sees your value, that's when you have to choose the right friends. And for many years, we can be around people that don't see our value, and we are not even aware. So now we just have to be around people that see our value, people that appreciate us, and not be people that are petty or mad at things. It happens. Like we fail, it happens. We succeed, it happens. But remember that people are so familiar with you that they think that they are better than you. So you have to show to people that you're as good as those people that you see. So I want to say that you're going to be the person that you want to be, but it's going to take way more time because your value is seen as like it's not seen as the same as other people. You have to work 4 times more. You have to always show because there's already this stigma about you. There's always this thing about you where people just think that you're not necessarily part of the people that are supposed to be successful as at things. But who is actually like successful? We're gonna see who is going to be successful in the future. But don't get so caught up on how people don't appreciate you or how people just make fun of you. It's like people will always make fun of you. People will always make fun of the things that they don't understand. And be careful because a lot of people are out there making fun of you, and this entire time it's you the example that they're out there like looking at, you know. So that's really something that you also have to know is that like a lot of people are saying that you're not good so that they can be good at whatever you do. So we are no longer letting people just discredit our value or make us feel that we are not actually good. So I just want to say that your value, you saw your value. You had moments where you saw your value. You know when you had success at things, you were so happy about yourself. There are some moments in your life where you were so confident about yourself, even though people knocked your confidence to the lowest level on earth. But you know your value. Nobody can take that away from you. You know your value, and you're not out there looking for problems with other people or anything. You're someone that you're silent in your own way, and you continue working really hard, even if people just try to put your value at the lowest. But always remember that someone that has a high value never puts the value of someone down because they are so comfortable with their own value. I want to say that like who you surround yourself with are going to show your value. That's why you see a lot of people saying that like you're as rich as your friend group, right? You're as rich as who you surround yourself with. Right now, if you decide to play in the fourth division, you're going to have the same level as the people in the fourth division, even if you're the best. You know, the goal is to just improve and improve, right? But when you're around people that don't see your value, you can even be someone that has a higher level than the people around you, but they're going to see you as someone that has a lower value. But when we look, we see that you have a great value. We see that you're someone that is good. So don't let those people play those mind games with you. Just know that you are as great, and your value, you have to be the only person that sees your value first. That's why you see a lot of people that are actually good for many years, even if they had no one. Like for the free monthly listeners, come on, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just out there doing my own thing and just understanding that I start seeing the value of other people. But before I was out there, like you talk to the woman and you say, "Oh, I see your value," and all these things. Like they don't even care about that. You try to show the value of other people, show the value for yourself, and you will see that everything is going to change. Hallelujah.